You're here, you're not a citizen, and then you're bleeding and taking from other people who are not citizens. That's not a good thing. You understand? Court is calling 2024 CR 011276, State versus Froilan Guzman Velasquez. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Rafael Leal for Mr. Guzman Velasquez.
And are you Mr. Guzman Velasquez?
Sí. Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter here. If you could raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Defense, do you speak Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you speak it fluently?
Better than anyone.
All right, I'll be the judge of that.
All right. May I speak in Spanish to you?
Sure, it's gonna make it difficult for the interpreter, but of course. Were you able to explain all of this, all of the documents that are in English to your client in Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Velasquez, all of the documents that I'm going to be reviewing with you are in English. Were those documents explained to you in Spanish?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Velasquez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. The state moves to waive and abandon count one and proceed on count two. Regarding count two, we move to proceed on the lesser included offense of kidnapping. And we are proceeding on the repeater enhancement. However, I do have a motion to amend the enhancement allegation. The date of the conviction is listed as the 21st day, and it should be the 25th day after the judgment.
All right, any objection to the waivers?
No objection.
Any objection to proceeding on the lesser included offense?
No objection.
Any objection to the changing of the date on the repeat offender enhancement allegation?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Velasquez, do you understand that in the repeat offender enhancement allegation, the state is changing the date from January 21st, 2021 to January 25th, 2021?
Yes.
Do you have any objections to that change being made today?
I'm sorry, I did not understand.
Do you have any objection to those changes being made today?
No. No. No.
Do you have any objection to proceeding today?
No. No.
Did you review the admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included of kidnapping with an enhancement? If the state is able to prove up that enhancement, your range of punishment will be anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Mr. Velasquez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No. No.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
Counsel, did you retain an immigration attorney for your client, or did you have an immigration attorney speak to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Velasquez, have you had a chance to speak with an immigration attorney?
Yes.
Do you understand by entering this plea, you will be deported and not allowed re-entry into the United States?
Yes.
Do you understand that you will be denied naturalization?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2, the lesser included offense of kidnapping. You agree that you've been convicted of 1 or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. Punishment is to be assessed at 15 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There are no applications. The state will take in consideration 2022 CR 10958B. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court.
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense of kidnapping, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
To the enhancement paragraph, how do you plead? True or not true?
What part? I'm sorry.
The enhancement paragraph that states that you've been previously convicted of a felony, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
State any evidence.
State offers state 1 in attachment.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we have had extensive negotiations with the state. I believe my client understands and is willing to take responsibility and wants to proceed and close the case, and so he can be on his way and proceed with his life. That's all I have.
All right, this court will do. Court will sentence you to 15 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Take in consideration 2022 CR 10958B. There's to be no contact with Rafael Vela Padilla, no re-entry into the United States, and restitution, if any, to Rafael Vela Padilla. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You need to internalize what you did. You're here, you're not a citizen. and then you're bleeding and taking from other people who are not citizens. That's not a good thing. You understand? You cannot build your happiness off someone else's misery. And while you're in prison, you need to think about what you did wrong to be in the situation that you're in, and you need to correct it. Because I don't think that you would want any of your children, if they were trying to come here, I don't think you would want them to be treated the way you treated this person. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Judge, he entered his plea on 25 April.
Okay.
It was to an agreed deferred adjudication with a recommendation of 10 years.
Mhm.
Judge Angelini, sua sponte, ordered a PSI with a setting of 2 June.
So
for
you're
the
asking
PSI.
that you're waiving the PSI?
I would certainly like to waive the PSI, and also, Your Honor, Judge Angelini took Mr. Murphy into custody because he was an hour late the day prior to the
So
plea.
now we know it should be on time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And see, people always come to me, they would say, oh, Judge, it's just 9 a.m. Then when another judge fills in for me and it's 9 a.m. and you're late, instead of getting a lecture, you get custody. I don't know. Should I start doing that? Attorney Featherston?
Judge, for the right individual, it may be a proper way to get their attention.
Okay. And you're saying that's not right for your client?
Well, I'm saying that his attention has been gained and that he is respectfully requesting that the court lift his custody.
Right. You know what I always tell people when they're late for appointments, and this is how I was raised. If you're late for an appointment and there's no emergency, like I'm not on the side of the road, I had an accident or I'm in the hospital, what you're telling that person is, I have something that's more important than this appointment I have with you. That's basically what you're telling the person. This whole thing, I'm showing up fashionably late. No, that's you saying, I have something more important than to be where I'm supposed to be. So make sure you're always on time. All right. All right. The court is calling 2025 CRs. All right. And the Judge Angelini ordered a PSI, which would be your recall date of June 17th. Defense, are you asking to waive PSI?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
All right. Any objection to the waiver of the PSI? So with regards to the plea bargain agreement. All right, when's the last time you had employment?
2 years ago. Can tell you a good reason.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
So how are you supporting it?
At this moment,
Well, no, I mean, you haven't been working for 2 years. In that 2 years where you were unemployed, how were you supporting yourself?
I was living at home with my mother.
I don't understand why mothers allow this. So was your mom working?
Yes,
So how would you spend your day?
trying to find a job.
Through what hours?
The day hours.
Do you have any children?
I have one.
How old?
1 month.
And where is the 1 month old?
She's in Fort Worth.
With her mother?
Yes.
All right, so what drugs have you used in the past?
I mean,
Anything else? Have you ever been to prison before? Have you ever been to jail before, other than this time?
yes.
For what? Oh, and I'm sorry, state, you may be excused.
Graffiti, marijuana.
How far did you go in school?
All the way to high school.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
And what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
Being a father,
And how are you going to accomplish that?
like getting a job and take care of my daughter.
All right, what's your dream job?
Dream job.
Mhm.
Anything that can get my daughter to where she needs to be.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Do you want to speak to the length of deferred, the length? The state is asking for 10 years.
Judge, we agreed to a 10-year deferred. I had discussed with Mr. Murphy that there is an early termination provision within the statute and discussed with him in detail what he needed to do in order to become eligible for early termination.
All right. 10 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, in custody. I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. Your attorney will explain to you what felony drug court is. You need to be honest with them because I think you do have a major drug problem, as evidenced by the fact that you're here, as evidenced by the fact that in the past you've had meth, as evidenced by the fact that you've been unemployed for 2 years. You understand? So you need to be honest with them and do your best to get in that program if you truly want to be a better person for your child. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So that will be in custody. And if he's not accepted, TAP evaluation in custody, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes the parenting classes, community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's going to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Take in consideration 2025 PF 04413, 2025 PF 05766, 2023 CR 8453. And this is to run concurrent with 2025 PF 04414. And just one moment. There's to be no contact with Robert William Shivers, SHIVERS, and no contact with Robert Jeffrey Gornato, GORNTO. And what's your mom's name?
Diane Murphy.
And you're not allowed to reside with Diane Murphy. Probation, is there anything else?
So Robert Gatto's last name again, please.
GORNTO. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors and CPS compliance if applicable. I don't know if CPS is involved or not, but if they are, he needs to follow their rules.
All right, Your
Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful on this probation?
Honor, may I ask you to reconsider a few items?
Sure.
If he's not allowed to live with his mother temporarily, he's going to be homeless. As he doesn't have any income, doesn't have any financial wherewithal to rent an apartment at this point. Would the court consider giving him a move-out date of 1, 2, or 3 months to give him time to get on his feet and obtain an apartment with some income that's coming in? Otherwise, it's really setting him up to fail on the 120-day, day for day, and the other conditions that the court would like him to be able to accomplish. Additionally, Judge, we were here with Judge Angelini. The TAP evaluation couldn't be done before the 2nd of June because the lady that was doing the TAP evaluation also was doing the PSI evaluations. And that was the earliest she
Well,
had
I
on
will
her
tell you,
calendar.
if he is honest with felony drug court is going to accept him. And if they accept him, he's not going to need to be there for the TAP evaluation.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Abrams, I'll allow him to reside with his mother, but after June 27th, he's no longer allowed to reside there. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Let me just explain to you why I'm not allowing you to live with your mother after that date. Because you're an adult male, you need to support yourself. And sometimes mothers, it's a mother's love, and it's very hard for moms to do the tough love thing and give you deadlines. So I've just given you a deadline.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Thank
whether
you.
you have employment or not, you're gonna have to figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Thank you.
All right. In this court, communication is key if you want to be successful on probation. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come to court.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 8728B State versus Brittany Marie Brubaker. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Garahan for the state, John.
Lindsay Shaw for Miss Brubaker.
And are you Ms. Brubaker? Did you review the documents entitled motion to revoke community supervision and state's motion to supplement pending motion to revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Brittany Marie Brubaker who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 8728B for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on February 23rd, 2022 for a term of 6 years? Is that you? All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violating condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Brittany Marie Brubaker. The defendant there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months in May and June 2024, violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violations.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 6 years in the prison? You need to speak up. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor.
Yes.
It is to revoke the individual's probation and sentence her to 2 years in the TDC. Yeah, sorry, that's it.
All right. So what has she done on probation?
Judge, she successfully completed both ISF and SATIF. And so she has done that while on probation. And as to her not reporting, I can tell the court she's a single mother. Her child just turned 13. The child's father is also in prison. And so during this time, she's been working full-time, and she understands she made the wrong decision to not report to probation, but it was because she was working, trying to have, be able to take care of her child.
All right, so let me just explain to you what my problem is. What my problem is all you had to do was pick up the phone and call probation. And this is not the first time you've been before the court for not reporting. So you have a 13-year-old and you're a single parent and you work. There are so many people who have children and they work, but they still handle their business, right? So I'm not going on any of the other allegations in the motion, but there's allegation of marijuana use. There's allegations of amphetamine use. So there's a lot going on here. I'm not inclined to give you 2 years because 2 years for the court in your case is somebody who has successfully completed everything and hasn't been back to the court. 1, 2, I think this is your 3rd motion to revoke. And the first time you had a motion to revoke, it was with a different judge and they altered and amended your condition for SATIF. Then the next time you had a motion to revoke, that was with me, and it was a violation of condition number 4. And all of these classes that were given when you were not reporting had to do with your drug use. So who is taking care of the 13-year-old now?
My sister has him right now.
All right, has them.
Has him.
Has him?
Yes.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to, the court is finding violation condition number 4 true. The court is going to revoke. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Was the restitution paid probation?
Okay.
All right, there's to be restitution of $60. to the Bear County Criminal Laboratory. Oh, and state, you may be excused. For drug testing, there's to be no contact with Joshua Lee Zimmerle, Zimmerle. Our request a therapeutic community, and there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
All right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? And if she successfully completed SATIF, I'll give her credit for that and ISF.
Yes, ma'am. I have the dates. I can just, do you need them, Judge? Or I can
No,
give
if you give it to
Yes,
the clerk. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You have a child, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Either you're going to get your life together and be in their life and be a good parent or not. But you can't keep putting yourself first. And I always tell people, if you want to be clean and sober, be clean and sober for yourself. But sometimes people don't want to do it for themselves because they like where they are or they can't get out where they are. So if you're not going to do it for yourself, then do it for your child. But don't keep coming in and out of the child's life making promises that you know you're not going to keep. If you're going to be the fly-by-night parent, be that fly-by-night parent. I'm the happy go parent. I'm just coming in to give you gifts, say I love you, and then I leave. But don't come in there trying to make rules because you haven't been there. You haven't been a mom, all right? When you're released from prison, if you can't find a place that can help you maintain your sobriety, if I'm still here, you can come back here. I'll pick up the phone, call somebody to help you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 9447, State versus Victor Manuel Mendoza. Can I have parties announced?
Second Galloway for the state.
Sharon Thorne for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Mendoza? Can I get the balance down for a motion to revoke, please?
Excuse me, stuttering.
Yes, all right, thank you, got it. Oh, take your time.
Yes, Your Honor. No, yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Mendoza, did you review the documents entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amended Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? These two documents. All right, did you understand them?
Not,
All right, let me ask you this. Do you understand that you're on deferred adjudication for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? Do you understand that the state has filed a motion to revoke stating that you have violated the conditions of your probation?
yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that in these two documents, the first amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision and the motion to enter adjudication and revoke community supervision, the state put in these documents the items that they're saying that you didn't complete or how you violated your probation? Did you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Victor Manuel Mendoza who was placed on deferred adjudication in cause number, that's the cause number, 2022 CR 9447 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on December 13th, 2022 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 1 on or about the 18th day of January 2025 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Victor Manuel Mendoza, committed the offense of criminal trespass in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
We waive and abandon the remainders.
Any objections?
Note. No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Your Honor. State is asking that you remove and then community supervision and adjudicate him and sentence him to 6 years in the prison. The reason that we're asking for this is because this is the third MTR that's come before this court. And he has not used any of the tools that probation has given him to redirect his behavior as played by the new offense that he made.
Okay. And defense, what are you requesting?
Yes, Your Honor. And further, the agreement with the state is that you're going to TIC the 3 new misdemeanors.
Yeah.
Okay. There are 3 new misdemeanors, Your Honor. My client does have an explanation for these 3 misdemeanors, but he is pleading true. And as you can see, he has a severe stuttering situation, but he wants to explain, like one of the offenses was a failed ID. And I believe the officer really couldn't understand him when the officer said he wouldn't give his name, but
Okay.
my client would like to explain his situation, but he is accepting responsibility. So would you like to tell the court about your father, grandfather, and that you need to be home with your mom?
John message. My step my stepdad was in another hospital. Yeah. My stepdad was in another hospital my stepdad was in another hospital. I had lost track. I was taking care of my mom and my stepfather just passed away and my stepfather had just passed away just about 2 months ago.
Victor, can you tell the court,
Well, if he's going to give testimony, I'll have him raise his right hand. Or do you want to proffer what he's going to say?
can I proffer what he's going to say?
Yes.
He recently lost his stepfather. His mother requires his help. He does have a severe stuttering disability. He believes that the failed ID was a miscommunication with the officer because the officer didn't think that he was answering his question. And you could see, Your Honor, he has a very difficult time communicating. He had a criminal trespass that's also that he's accepting responsibility for, but he said that that was also a misunderstanding with I guess the store owner. It was a Dollar Tree. As you can see, Your Honor, my client does have a severe stuttering and communication issues. He does understand that this is his 3rd MTR. He does understand that he is going to be looking at revocation. He is simply asking the court to show mercy on him as far as a sentence. I know the state is asking for 6. We are asking for less. And he does have some credit, Your Honor, and I've been checking with probation and with your clerk as to his credit. He has 403 days, and he also did ISF twice, so that's another 183 days. So he should have 586 days total. We are asking this court to show some mercy on him and to sentence him less than the 6 years, giving him all full credit that he has earned.
All right. And state, what cases are you taking in consideration?
That would be 2025 CC 001646 criminal trespass. 2025 CC 005683 evading arrest. And then the 2025 CC 005637 failed to ID.
All right. So this is what the court understands. The failure to identify. Maybe there were some communication issues, but the evading arrest, there's no communication issues with that. For example, you're able to understand what I'm saying. So the evading arrest has nothing to do with verbal communication. The criminal trespass really has nothing to do with verbal communication. Because when the people at the Dollar Tree tell you to leave and give you a warning not to come back, then you're not to come back. And if you come on their property, then it's a criminal trespass. This is the 3rd time you've been before me. And your attorney has told me that you had some issues going on with your family. I always tell people, all you have to do is let your probation officer know. And if you feel as though they're not responding, you can come back to the court. And I know I would have told you that because this is your third motion to revoke. There's only so much work that I can do to try to help people. And if you don't want the help and you're not going to do right, there's nothing I can do. The court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to revoke. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Was there any restitution probation that was ordered? All right. I'm going to give you credit for any time served. I'll give you credit for successful completion of ISF. Taking consideration 2025 CC 001646, 2025 CC 005683, 2025 CC 005678, and I'm sentencing you to 6 years in the prison. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? It's this document that tells you whether or not you have a right to appeal. Did you review it with your attorney? And state you may be excused. All right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Good luck to you, sir. Hello. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court, but you always do. I appreciate that. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 002936, State versus Anthony Villarreal. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Robert Gaona for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Villarreal?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case?
Yes, Judge.
It was attached. Mr. Villarreal, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, we're waiving the enhancement paragraphs, and then regarding the charging language, we would do a motion to amend to.
Just 1 second. Excuse me, if you all could whisper. All right, you may proceed.
A motion to amend, in the substance of the indictment, it does say a peace officer, please add R. Enriquez.
All right, let's go off the record for a moment. I know you didn't indict this case. Is one of my, I wouldn't call it a pet peeve, but I think that things should be done the correct way. Who is indicting cases and not including the complainant?
And the ADA that I don't know, I've never heard of it, but I should.
All right, Mr. Villarreal. All right, so the state has filed a dismissal due to a defective indictment. So here's the thing. They're not dismissing it because they're saying that you didn't do what you're being accused of. It's just that there was an issue with the indictment, and this prosecutor is not the person who indicted this case. None of the prosecutors in this courtroom are the prosecutors who indicted this case. So here's the thing. You can take this as woohoo, you know, or you can take it as thank you, God, or, you know, whomever. I'm going to change my life and I'm going to do better because I don't want to be in this situation again. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So live better, do right, follow rules. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
I want to thank you, ma'am, because I have changed my life. I've been working the last 11 years. I have gone to prison and everything, but I changed my life. I don't want to live that. I'm 40 years old. I have no kids or nothing because of my choices I made when I was younger, you know, and I've accomplished a lot. I got a 401k, everything working. Like, I just want to thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad you have a 401k. I'm glad you're getting your life together. Just continue. The only time I want to see you coming back here, if you're just coming back to say hi.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, okay?
Thanks,
Be
Judge.
careful out there. The weather is bad, they tell me.